Hi, my name is Layla, and I wanted to talk about providing free computers for students in public school. I've always gone to public school and I enjoyed my time there, but I think I would have improved greatly if I had access to my own laptop growing up. When I came home from school and I had homework to do, I never had my parents to help me with it because they was usually at work or just not home to help me. And I also never had a chance to email my teacher about any questions that I had with any projects or anything. And I think that if I was able to have my own device, it would have helped me greatly. When I needed to do a project or something really important online, and I had to get it done for the next day, I'd have to make sure that I went to the library after school and get my own textbooks and stuff so I could study or use the library computer. But the textbooks were always super old and outdated or torn to pieces or have pages ripped out or scribbled on. But one summer before I went to college, I decided to work so I can get my own laptop. And now that I have one of my own, I realized that I really, really, really couldn't use this when I was younger. And I realized how much I needed it, especially if I was in school, if I was in K-12 program today. Because my brother, he goes to a charter school and they gave him his own free Chromebook the first year he attended school. And he really enjoys it because he gets to play games, like educational games, and talk with his friends. He can email his teacher whenever he wants to. And and he doesn't have the best handwriting, so whenever he has notes, he usually does them on Google Docs. And I feel bad for the other students who don't go to the same school as him because it seems like he's really benefiting from it. Because kids today need to know how to type, make presentations. They need to learn how to make a resume, write emails. And I just think that if we had more computer programs, and if they were able to have their own Chromebooks or tablets, it would help further their education. When I got to high school and started doing group projects, I always had to make sure that I stayed after school to do my part and work on our presentations at the school library because I didn't have access to it when I got home. So I think Chromebooks or tablets in our classroom really gives children the opportunity to learn how to communicate digitally with their teachers and peers. And for the longest time, we've always had our education system doing like the traditional way of learning for the most part until the pandemic. And it changed all of our worlds, and kids all around the world had to start doing Zoom classes and doing online homework. And I've seen so many videos on all over social media about parents showing their kids that how stressed out they were about school because they just didn't know what to do. They've never been given, nobody knew what to do, but they've never been given computer work to do. So it made me feel so bad for them because most people nowadays have a phone and stuff, and parents do give most kids their phones and tablets to play with, but they don't teach them about digital literacy. They just give them phones just for games and stuff like that. But kids need to know that sometimes when they have their own devices, that they need to do work on it instead of just play. And I think that would really help them for the future. So, back to the topic about my brother. He goes to a charter school, and they have a bigger budget than public school. Because I remember when I was in school, they would spend most of the money on the athletic program or other things rather than give the money like to the students who are more worried about academics. Because it doesn't make sense to me that the football team has new jerseys, new helmets, and new footballs, but my teachers still have to pay for their own school supplies or ask the students for just pencils and paper towels and all that stuff. And we still have horrible textbooks, the same textbooks that my parents used when they were in high school. But I mainly want to focus on public schools trying to get Chromebooks because they're affordable and easy to use and shouldn't be too difficult to introduce them into more classroom sense. The kind of devices that other schools give their students are just like Chromebooks or maybe a tablet. And I think that if we could start on a small scale to help give schools money, we could reach out to the state governments and ask them to provide more money to the schools. We could also start doing GoFundMes, fundraisers, or emailing the school administration to make sure they put your donation money to good use. But on the other hand, I do know that not all students that would get their Chromebooks would be using them appropriately. So I think that if the students don't act how they're supposed to with their Chromebooks, that the school should just either charge, like especially if they break their devices or use them inappropriately. I think that the student should discipline the student and charge the parents accordingly. And there are programs that you can install on the Chromebooks to block certain websites, or you can also use programs to view the screens of the students so you can monitor what each student is working on. Another issue that might happen is eye strain from using the devices for so long and just staring at the computer for a very long time. People can buy blue light glasses. I have a pair of my own, and I think that it does work very well, and my eyes feel fine to me because I'm either always on my phone or watching TV or using the computer. And I don't think that the school should provide the blue light glasses, but I think that they should at least have websites and stuff or help them get discounts on blue light glasses if the student needs them. There's also a problem where some students might not have internet access, and I think that the school should provide either a free period either before school, during lunch, or after school, so that they can finish their homework before they get home. But in conclusion, I think that if public schools provide free laptops or tablets to their students, it will improve their well-being, engagement in class, and their grades. Growing up without access to a laptop made me miss some chances on learning how to type, write emails, and make essays. And I think that if I were to have my own laptop growing up, I would have been in a better position to understand and navigate the digital world. And I think in today's day and age, we need to change the way we educate our students to help adjust to the times. Because today laptops and digital literacy are a necessity. Thank you.